Hello? All right. So, like the title of this video suggests, we actually are going to be making waffles today and talking about the current socioeconomic and political climate of Australia. Because I've seen a lot of videos recently about police brutality there, and wow, it is really bad. I don't think the media actually covers what's really going on over there because I have seen some actual videos. I don't even know if I want to overlay them on this video because they are pretty graphic of people basically getting ambushed and beaten. People, come on. There we go. Sorry, I had to get my little mini waffle maker out. It's so cute, isn't it? Look at that thing. Oh, I love it so much. Anyway, so Australia. Like most other countries in the world right now, Australia is dealing with the pandemic, the outbreak of coronavirus, which over there in Australia, plain and simple, in Australia right now, the state is seizing power more than it has recently. And so the population over there is being subject to police brutality because no one can fight back, at least in a practical sense. So with that being said, many of the citizens are being, beaten, more and more rights taken away, more and more liberties taken away, and it's very sad to see. 1 cup, 2/3 cup water, milk. We're gonna use milk. Where's milk? At least Australians can still make waffles for now, before that gets taken away from them. But with using the pandemic, many governments have been able to maliciously seize more power from the people. They have been able to They have been able to use mandates and lockdowns as excuses to extend their reach and ultimately hold more power over the people. It just goes to show that at the end of the day, the most important thing is preserving your basic human rights, and you can't give that up. You can't give that up to the government because, especially in democracies, if you let the government take that from you, if you give the government to the right or the ability to control your basic human rights, they no longer become rights. They become privileges, and that's dangerous. You no longer have the right to freedom of speech. You have the privilege of freedom of speech. Privilege, basically, if it's a privilege, it indicates that it can be taken away from you at any moment if they want to take it away from you. If the government wants to take your freedom of speech away from you, they can do that at any time. And, one of the first things Hitler did when he seized power is he took away the right to bear arms from citizens. They no longer, so they couldn't fight back against his SS, against his Gestapo. I'm not saying Australian government is the Nazi party. I'm not saying that. They're not the Nazi party, but if the people can fight back, then they ultimately have their own freedom. But without the ability to fight back, then the people are subject to whatever totalitarian regime is going to come in and take over them. So, just gonna mix this up a little bit. Mix up our waffle mix while we talk about totalitarian politics in the modern day and how the erosion of rights is the real pandemic. But anyway, put the eggs away. We don't need these anymore. It's just depressing because seeing places like Australia, which was one of the democracies of the world, and like I said, democracy is not as great as you think because it just means that anything can be taken away if there's enough votes for it, which can vote, and votes can be fraud. The people in charge, the elites, they want you to be powerless. They want you to be, helpless, no way to fight back, no way to vote, they give you the idea of freedom by giving you quote-unquote freedom of speech or quote-unquote, freedom of expression. But at the end of the day, they're still in control. It's not the freedom of expression, it's the privilege of expression. And that is ultimately a big, big difference. And we see that going on in Australia, and that is what's scary. There she is. Heck yeah. So the best way to become self-sufficient or best way to prevent yourself from totalitarian takeover, whether it be from the left or the right, or from, totalitarians, dictators, whatever. Ooh, look at that beauty. Golden brown, just how we like it. Put that there. Is to basically become self-sufficient and don't rely on external resources. Rely on local productions, whether it be having your own garden, something as small as that, to having, to investing in decentralized currencies like Bitcoin. Those are, that's how you basically prevent people from controlling you, which is what the world wants. So I wish there was a better way for people like me, in other countries to just help them. But I just don't know. I don't know how. It's hard. It's super hard. But maybe one day we'll figure it out. I don't know. Is that a hair? Oh, that is disgusting. Ugh. Anyway. Wow, that's so, oh my god. That peanut butter, oh my god. Wow. Okay. That peanut butter. Wow. That's a lot different than normal peanut butter. Okay. Anyway, I think I've talked enough. Australia is getting in a really bad state. Police states aren't good for anyone. Protect yourself by becoming more self-sufficient, and that'll also bring you into physical health and financial wealth and all the other good stuff that I like. Thanks for watching. This is gonna take forever to eat.